Let's talk Laker basketball. In particular, I want to talk about Lonzo Ball and talk about D'Angelo Russell and talk about the differences between what we're going to get at Lonzo Ball and what type of game D'Angelo Russell has. And just to really clear it up, like, we made the right choice. But now that he's gone, we got Lonzo Ball, and folks are like, no, we got rid of, a guy with good potential. Here's the thing that we get from Lonzo Ball that D'Angelo Russell is not capable of providing. We got a true point guard in Lonzo Ball. His #1 asset is predicated on getting other people the ball.
Russell's game is predicated on the pass. What do you feel separates your game from everybody else's?
My passing ability, obviously. Passing is something you just gotta feel. It's a given talent that not a lot of people have.
So to see the court through Russell's eyes, we wired him up with state-of-the-art eye tracking technology. Eye tracking data reveals that Russell can correctly identify a target in just 24 hundredths of a second. In our lab, he consistently identifies the open target in less than half a second.
I told you guys last time, D'Angelo Russell, haven't spent as much time as I did with him during the draft. He might be the best passer I've ever seen.
Lonzo Ball's #1 asset is not to score the basketball. It is to move the ball, to get people the ball at the right time to score the basket. With that particular skill set, it's almost impossible for him to actually come out and do bad.
You can't play 29 minutes and be a Laker and not score. You can't have that.
Well,
only took 2 shots, yes, I don't care.
Lonzo Ball, he flourishes if he only takes 10 shots. And nobody's writing articles and blog posts about how, man, you only score 7 points. No, that's his game. His game is going to be around 12 points average in probably his first year in the NBA and dropping around 7 assists. That's not what the Lakers need right now, obviously. That is not D'Angelo Russell's game. D'Angelo Russell had games where he had 11 points but got people involved. Here's the difference. The difference is that you're only utilizing D'Angelo Russell's skills at halfway. But Mike, he got 7 assists and 5 rebounds. So, you're only using D'Angelo Russell at half speed. His best game was when he played against the Portland Trail Blazers and almost had that fight with Damian Lillard because he was playing a Lonzo Ball type of style and energy, and it was uplifting the team. So the difference is they're 2 different players. The reason why Lonzo Ball is so comfortable in doing this is because he does a lot without the ball. He's highly engaged. He can shoot the 3 when he's open, and he has good size. Finish at the rim, both hands. It's the array of skills, offensive skills that D'Angelo Russell has is why I keep seeing him as being that superstar. And the one skill, the one outlier skill that he has is the mid-range game. Why is this really important? There are a lot of people that utilize this mid-range game are a lot of high-scoring superstars, right? Chris Paul features it a lot. Russell Westbrook features it a lot. Kevin Durant features it a lot. There's a lot of people who are hesitant to utilize the mid-range because they're just not good shooters.
But when you are the single worst scoring player in the league, and that is not an exaggeration.
I was just going to say that's
he's shooting 23% from 3. Lonzo is dead last in field goal percentage in the NBA. No team, no matter how good you are, can score efficiently if you only have 4 offensive players the other team gets to guard with 5. Lonzo is a below average NBA athleticism.
Yes.
Like period, point blank.
What's he shooting from the free throw line?
46%.
Okay, you're shooting less than 50%. You know what you are? You're in the class of Andre Drummond. Drummond is shooting better than him this year. He's improved his free throw shooting.
DeAndre Jordan.
I mean,
Dwight Howard.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about a point guard who shoots free throws like Shaq.
Hold on, so let me get this right. You win against a terrible 3-win Bulls team. The guy had 8 points, 3 of 13 on field goal attempts, 0 free throw attempts. And I'm supposed to be, what, encouraged with that? Now, remind you, didn't he just have a triple-double? I'm missing something, Skip. What am I missing here? Kyle Kuzma is way better right now than Lonzo Ball. The thing that I love most about Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons knows what he isn't. I'm not a three-point shooter. Neither is Lonzo Ball. But let me tell you what you will do. He shot 41% at UCLA. So I don't understand why he's not a great I understand why. Some players are great college players and not great shooters in the NBA.
Sits about 50 degrees from the ideal vertical position.
As Devin goes up, you can see that he got a great look at the rim. His arm was L-shaped, no issue here. You take a look at Lonzo Ball immediately right away. His feet is facing the wrong way. So that hurts him there. And then he drops his arm on the follow-through. And look at his hand right here. His hand is actually in front of his eye. So how do you see the rim?
Lonzo Ball, our #2 draft pick, put up 36 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. He put up LeBron James numbers in front of LeBron James tonight. In my opinion, based on this, he's the best guard in this draft. Lonzo Ball runs all rookies right now, and he's running Summer League. Okay, and now you'll say, Mike, it's Summer League, but listen, all points aren't created equal. Okay, hear me say this. Okay, if you put up 30 points in a Summer League and you're a top 3 pick, your future looks really bright. And that's just the plain fact. Okay, but when you got a star like Lonzo, who is touted to be this next best thing, this Magic Johnson, this Jason Kidd, and he does stuff like this, millions of fans on TV watching and wanting him to bring the Lakers and live up to this hype, I mean, we got a special one, y'all. I don't even care about the win. I care about what Lonzo Ball did. Our future all-star, superstar Lonzo Ball just put a stamp on everybody and put everybody on notice. Talk Lonzo Ball, is he overrated? Is the whole idea of Lonzo Ball overrated? You know, I'm starting to think so. He's a 6'6", athletic guard, pass first type of guard. He's not a dominant scorer. He's not somebody that can take over a game. And we're basically a 27-30 win team, where we're gonna win sometimes, but it's gonna be lackadaisical sometimes. That's not what the Lakers need right now, obviously. D'Angelo Russell has it. I'm always calling him now the one shining star that we have, our superstar that we have to look forward to.
What kind of damage will this do to Russell's career?
Irreparable damage. He'll never be trusted ever again. This will stay with him for the rest of his career. Could he potentially go on and play? Sure. He's got to elevate his level of play. He's got to average more than 13 points a game. He's got to average more than 3.4 assists per game. He's got to shoot better than 41% from the field. If there was ever a priority placed on his career in terms of him needing to elevate himself to superstar status, it would be right now, because that's about the only thing that will make you want to be around him. This is one of those situations where the Lakers got to contemplate trading him.
Magic was also asked about former Laker D'Angelo Russell, and here's what he said. D'Angelo is an excellent player. He has the talent to be an all-star. We want to thank him for what he did for us, but what I needed was a leader. I needed somebody also that can make the other players better, and also somebody that players want to play with.
I mean, you're a convicted felon in that locker room. Like
lifetime probation.
Lifetime probation.
For what? Because Nick Young couldn't keep it in his pants. That's D'Angelo Russell's fault.
You score 40 points, that was good for that one game. You still ain't my boy. You get a triple-double, that's pretty good. You still ain't my boy. You have all-star potential, but you know what you did? You can't be my boy. That's the reason why you said at the end that people want to play with you.
Right.
People want to play with Lonzo.
Body language, he was pouting sometimes. Sometimes he didn't want to play. Sometimes he does want to play. Players, you can see, players don't know if he was a leader. You don't even know if he wanted to play this game or if he wanted to be the leader.
Well, that's one of the things, you know, watching him play. I've watched him play a lot this year, and, you know, it doesn't always seem like he plays full speed.
Yo, Lonzo had a disastrous game. The world, the news, the media, everybody is watching Lonzo's every move. There's a scuffle between Tyler Ulis And KCP and Lonzo probably thinking, man, I should be having 10 points. I don't even care about the win. I care about what Lonzo Ball did.
4 seasons, the Lakers have a 4-game winning streak. They are now 25-50.
We drafted Lonzo Ball to be this person to transcend the game in a sense that we haven't seen. All our guys not even caring about winning, and you know, they're all on social media, and it seems like social media and all the extracurricular activity and stuff takes more precedent than really just straight business and focusing on basketball. And that's exactly what you get from Lonzo Ball. When, you know, I don't follow him too much, but it seems like he doesn't post too much on social media. It seems like this guy is just strictly, he doesn't have any distractions, and he's just 100% focused on ready to lead a team. I mean, the dude is surrounded with a circus with his pops in the media and all that stuff, and he still just comes out like a 10-year veteran.
But you remember, LeVar Ball sat in that chair and says, hey, I've done my job. I didn't tell Steve Alford how to do their job. I'm not going to tell the Lakers, the Magic how to do their job. What is he doing right now, Skip?
That's all he does is tell them how to do their job.
And that's the problem.
LeVar Ball wrecking Lonzo's career, because every other day there's another salvo from LeVar Ball, CNN interview two days ago, and it only ratchets up the negativity on the poor son.
I love the fact that he's proven me wrong. Why? Because I don't want to be right. I don't want him to suck and to have our freaking team suck for the next 7 years. I want him to be right. Yeah.
Leave it in the comment section below. But until then, it's been your boy, Johnny Walker LA, and I'm out. Bow.
Marcelo Huertas, right, on our team, when he came into to games, it seemed like he got other people involved. Like, it just felt like, ooh. Opinion, I don't know if Lonzo Ball is the consensus #2 pick. Now, I believe he's definitely a top 7 player in this draft, maybe a top 5 player. But is he a short shot at #2? The dude Tatum from Duke, he reminds me of like a Trey Lyles. You know, I don't think he's that high. I think Tatum is definitely over, you know, like after a top 5 pick, something like that. But because there's no short shot game changers in this draft, Celtics gonna take Markelle Fultz. Lakers gotta go with Lonzo Ball. Another random tweet from Lance Stevenson tweeting at me saying that I don't know anything about basketball. He said, this man Mike doesn't know what he talks about. No b-ball IQ at all. Mike guy trolls basketball and doesn't know a damn thing about it.
It look like they work though, huh?
Yeah, they
work.
do.
They work.
You know, like last year we had D'Angelo.
Playing with the booty, that's something else.
The floor shooting. He's been out here shooting for another 45 minutes after practice, right? So if he continues to stay that course, he'll be just fine. It look like they work though, huh?
Yeah, they
work.
Do.
They work.
You know, like last year we had D'Angelo.
Playing with the booty, that's something else.